Good morning, children. Today's lesson is meant for class 9, supplementary, the moments, and lesson number 2, the Adventures of Toto by RuskinBond. Well, this account of the story is written humorously about a monkey who is very mischievous, and the grandfather is trying to domesticate it, but eventually he remains a failure in making him a pet and returns to its master uh, even after losing 2 rupees in the price. In the story Adventure of Toto, Toto is a monkey. This story is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin's Bond's grandfather is fond of animals. He loves animals. Grandfather was fond of animals. He brought his having seen the monkey tied with a feeding trough and looking frail and weak, he decided to buy the monkey. He bought the monkey for rupees 5 from a Tonga driver and brought back home. He had his private zoo. He kept Toto in his private zoo, thinking that gradually he will be accepted by the other members in the zoo. Toto used to, use his tail as the third hand, and he always created some mischief with his tail. He used to hang from a branch, and for scooping up any delicacy that he could not reach with his hands. Toto's presence was kept a secret from the grandmother because she didn't like animals, and therefore one day when grandfather was going out of station to Saharanpur, he decided to take Toto along with him. So a big canvas kit bag was prepared for him, and he was provided a kit bag in which he was kept just to conceal him, and he will not be able to come out of it. But on the way, in the train, he opened his mouth out of the kit bag and looked towards the ticket collector. The ticket collector thought it as a dog, and he charged penalty to the author just for making this dog travel in the train. Anyway, this all happened. Gradually, the grandmother accepted Toto in the house. In the winter, when Toto wanted to take bath, he often took bath, in hot water. He would touch the boiling water cunningly and check the temperature with his hand. When the water became cold, he would run to the kitchen fire to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him, he would feel hurt and would now not continue to take bath. So now Toto's mischief became from tolerable to intolerable. He could not be tamed or domesticated. So finally, the grandfather realized that Toto was not a pet to be kept in the house, and he sold back uh, Toto to his master, the Tonga driver, for rupees 3. So this is how the story goes on. 2 or 3 questions, small questions. How does Toto come to grandfather's private zoo? The authors, that means the author's grandfather, bought Toto from a Tonga driver for a sum of rupees 5. He used to keep it tied on a feeding trough. Grandfather was an animal lover who felt that the monkey looked uncomfortable and out of place, and therefore decided to bring him to his private zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey. In what sense she was pretty? Toto had bright eyes sparkling with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows, pearly white teeth with which he smiled very often, and a tail that added to his good looks. His hands had dried up due to exposure to the sun, but his quick and wicked fingers made off for them. He used to hang and scoop up any delicacy that his hand could reach. The mischief and manners of Toto in what that made him little bit pretty. And the last question: how does Toto take a bath? In the cold winter evening, Grandma used to give him a large bowl of warm water to bath, and he would test the temperature of the water with his hand and would enter into the bowl, keeping his one part of the body at a time until the water would rise up to the neck. When he was comfortable, he would rub himself all over the soap. He would rush to dry himself by the kitchen fire as soon as the water becomes lost its warmth and becomes cold. He had learned to do this by observing the author. So that is how the Toto's adventure has been described. Thank you very much.